Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rob Zurich with Wolters Kluwer's Lien Solution. We are excited to bring the following webinar to you today, 360-degree Ag Lien Management for Complete Confidence. Presenting today is Jeanne Aniton of Wolters Kluwer's Lien Solution. So without any further ado, I'll turn it over to Jeanne.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jeanne Aniton, and welcome to today's webinar, 360-degree Lien Management for 100% Confidence, Harnessing the Power of Change. Why manage? I'd like to begin with a few thought-provoking questions. As lenders, I ask you to ponder the following as you view the insights presented on the slide. Over the life of the loan, how many events will challenge perfection? Will today's secured party names of lenders be the same tomorrow? And if a debtor falls out of good standing or UCC expires, will you know? And is your operation up to the challenges of the new lending landscape? It's unquestionably a changing, complex world of lending. During the next 20 minutes, we're going to talk about why manage, what we mean by manage and why it's important. There are many complexities that impact how to keep liens perfected. External factors create imbalance, so we'll zero in on how lenders maintain balance amidst changing complexities of lending. This will take us to how you can become a change agent for your company to proactively manage liens. Afterwards, we'll transition to a discussion about smart tools like monitoring and reporting that can help you stay above the curve of lien management. Then we'll wrap up with a look at future technologies through the eyes of automation. Now back to why manage. Let's start with what we mean by manage. Due diligence is needed when considering entering an agreement with a debtor. Once a decision is made, you'll proceed with filing a perfected lien against the debtor. After the lien is filed, you'll need to maintain line of sight, that is, manage the external conditions that could affect the perfection of the lien. It's really fear of the unknown that drives the need for management. That's the process for maintaining line of sight so that the perfected lien, until the loan is paid off, is in your view. This unknown has many questions. Do you have all the information you need to address these questions? We know that the number one job of lenders has always been to perfect their assets and then to maintain the perfection of the asset portfolio over time. Sounds basic? Sure. Yet every day brings changing circumstances that can impact the very protections you've put in place. This means lien portfolio management has to be active and proactive. Now, think about this. Layer on that the lending landscape itself. It's changing with increasing expectations and demands. For example, let's take a look at regulators. Pressures and legislation has an impact on how you think about compliance. There are corporate demands to increase top line while improving the bottom line. And yes, there are customer expectations in the mix. They're wanting decisions faster, not to mention increased loans amounts secured by the same collateral as the former loan. And finally, there's the expectation in process improvements and technology, the need to do more with less. In short, change is driving not only the need for more proactive lien management, but also the tools and methods to do so. When considering factors and attributes that go along with securing a book of loans, that is the portfolio, the factors actually tend to oppose the fundamental task of securing a risk. Let's explore the numerous factors that can be out of balance. Technology is in a constant state of innovation and disruption. Just think about how artificial intelligence, analytics, and blockchain are dominating our conversations today. Communication speed is increasing. as well as the pace of decision-making. Maintaining perfection and even just doing business is becoming more complex due to this increased speed of communication. Automation is replacing manual processes and reducing variations and errors, which results in driving down costs. Inefficiencies are addressed, and resources are reallocated to growth activities. Regulations and corporate demands are prompting more proactive risk management. With the introduction of new fintech tools comes new expectations from your customers. Better visibility lenders have in their portfolios, and it's now matched by their need to manage more precisely. All this is leading to lenders becoming increasingly aware of the risk of failing to perfect their assets. All of these are creating a tipping point, if you will, that makes it harder to secure a portfolio. Many of you might be familiar with Malcolm Gladwell's book, Tipping Point. Individually, these factors might not seem daunting. However, combined, little changes can have an incredible effect. There's that moment when several little causes result in everything changing, and thus the tipping point. Think about it, this is truly a watershed moment that calls for a new approach that's not only real-time, but holistic and highly proactive. The importance of lien management is not new. Leaders, like Lien Solutions, have long helped lenders not only maintain perfection of their interests, but maintain them over time. New tools and capabilities are available and making this possible to get a full 360-degree life cycle-long approach to lien management that gets lenders closer to that, so important goal of 100% confidence in lending. A more perfect approach to perfection, and the pun is definitely intended. Lien managers are looking to automation, digitization, and technology to help them meet these new expectations. At Lien Solutions, our one and only goal is to help lenders like you achieve and maintain perfection for their vital interests. To essentially help lien managers harness the power of change with tools and support to handle the fundamentals and the new expectations with 100% confidence. While the current land challenges for lien managers are real, so are the benefits of adopting a real-time, holistic, proactive approach we call the 360-degree view. Change. Now, change is the enemy of perfection. We've talked at a high level about how external change works against the end goal of lien perfection. In line with UCCs and liens, the stakes for not protecting your interests and assets is very real and can be quite significant if not done properly. Due diligence performed for the initial filings are only the first step. A whole range of variables can and will impact how well your interests are protected over time. Let's examine a few. UCC filings that initially establish your interests will expire. Debtor names and locations absolutely can change. Did you know that simple errors in spelling can void perfection? And get this, borrowers or others can fraudulently terminate liens, or borrowers can take on additional debt. Come on, let's face it, any of these can increase your risk. Thus, change can be unquestionably the enemy of perfection. As we've discussed, these variables are just the onset of the initial filing. Wait, there are many post-filing changes that can put your lien portfolio at risk. Think about this. A business or individual borrower name can change. A borrower can fall out of good standing. Or, are you ready for this? A borrower can move or merge with another borrower. Or, a borrower can even repledge the very collateral to which you think you have claim. All of these changes and more need to be reflected in your filing to maintain full protection. Otherwise, your UCC filings will be challenged, quite possibly, and ruled not perfect. If you lose your place in the secured lender line, you can't be made whole if a debtor defaults. Something to think about. By now, you're probably thinking, and I hope so, how can I protect myself? The answer? Monitoring. Get information pushed to you. A robust monitoring solution will certainly and constantly check the status of debtor and business entity names. And this is done against the corporate charter or Secretary of State records. As part of this constant check, you'll be alerted to debtor name changes, mergers, dissolutions, loss of good standing, administrative cancellations, and more. By learning about these changes, you can act quickly, and that's fundamental. Remember, you're now in the driver's seat. By learning sooner about changes that affect your debtors, you can act faster and take action to protect your investment. With a comprehensive lien management solution, the system automatically keeps track of your portfolio based on the settings you select. That's right, you're in control. And it then provides you with alerts within the system or through emails coming directly to you, highlighting what needs to happen and, most importantly, when. A complete lien solution can also provide confirmation of filing acknowledgments or when your orders are completed. The end result? You get the peace of mind from knowing that filings are complete without having to keep checking on filing status. Additionally, think of this. You can also opt for alerts when filings are rejected or require more information so that you can take action quickly and get the lien perfected as quickly as possible to avoid losing your position relative to other lien holders that are out there. But knowing status while important is not enough. You need to be in a position to take action. This happens most effectively when you combine monitoring with a system that automates action. Knowledge from monitoring plus action from automation is the key to lien portfolio health. When talking about automation, we often hear companies confidently say, "Oh, we have a tickler system." Consider this. With automation, you don't have to rely on a manual tickler system to follow up on lien status. And employees aren't expected to simply remember what needs to be done and when. Thank goodness. Automation also streamlines lien management by reducing steps and making sure that they happen without you having to do anything at all. And it helps to strengthen your lien portfolio by reducing the oversight, lapses, and errors that can increase your risk. While assessing, adopting, or utilizing a lien management system, integration with your existing system should be crucial. It should be a critical consideration because automation demands that systems be able to communicate seamlessly with each other. For example, our lien solution automatically populates filing fields by drawing directly on data from your loan operations system. Our API infrastructure, which we're continually refining, connects your existing systems without changing your workflow, and most importantly, it doesn't disrupt your process. Talking about automation, let's talk about this automation in another context. One thing is certain about any UCC filing, it will expire, and often before the loan is paid off because UCCs have a 5-year lifespan, and many loans extend beyond that. To remain protected, lenders must file a continuation on expiring UCCs. But you know what? Many lenders simply just don't have the capacity to track and keep up with vast numbers of UCCs. Remember that tickler system I talked about earlier? Rudimentary tickler systems or manual checks inevitably lead to oversight, and that means missed opportunities to maintain perfection. But an automation tool can do things for you that you'd never thought about. Monitor dates prepare forms, and file continuation statements automatically based on your preset criteria. It can also dramatically reduce time spent managing continuations while ensuring key dates and required actions won't be missed. This translates into less risk and a secure position versus other creditors in the marketplace. It also reduces manual intervention, which increases your productivity. In short, a solution like Eileen's auto continuation can convert this task from a very, very labor-intensive, time-consuming chore to a simple automated feature that takes a fraction of the time. Plus, it ensures accuracy and reliability of a life of loan. Looking through both lenses, monitoring makes sure you're ready to take action on individual liens or batches of liens. Adding reporting, you can provide good insight about the cost, efficiency, and quality of your lien, as well as your operation as a whole. Flexibility and customizable reporting gives you visibility into your portfolio and clarity on what needs to happen next. And having one centralized repository of reports and data lets you run analytics that offer additional insights about risk and other factors. Your lien solution provider should offer both comprehensive monitoring and portfolio-wide reporting so you can act faster to protect your investment. Monitoring equals action, reporting equals operation insight. Applying artificial intelligence to obtain analytics provides extensive, precise understanding in 4 key areas. The areas are risk, efficiency, operations, and quality. That means being able to ask and answer a number of key questions. For example, what information do you need to evaluate risk in your lien portfolio? What information will help you streamline the operation and make it more efficient and automated? What type of filing trend information is important to research costs? Are there quality insights that you don't have today? We look to emerging technology to gain these additional actionable insights. So, we talked about a number of important issues for lien portfolio managers and how to address them, from monitoring to reporting to analytics. Each component works together to provide a better understanding of a portfolio, greater control in anticipating and taking the necessary actions, and enjoying the confidence that comes from taking a holistic, proactive approach. So this leads us to one last question. How can you be sure you're tracking a truly complete UCC lien filing portfolio, even with a system as sophisticated as Lien? For instance, consider this. Outside sources that file UCCs on your behalf can lead to missing filings from your Lien portfolio. This creates gaps with subsequent filings and tracking. What's more, you're likely to have historical liens, and I'm talking about those filed prior to using a solution like Lien. A merger acquisition can lead to loss of line of sight to several critical active filings. What do you do in this case? In this case, Portfolio Sync is your answer. It continuously updates your Lien portfolio from public records that are not in Lien, and it constantly monitors Secretary of State public records based on the account configurations, yes, configurations that you set. And it automatically updates historical listings of any UCC1 or UCC3 filings not in Lien. Portfolio Sync can give you the confidence that your lien portfolio is up to date and healthy, and that potential risks are effectively addressed. So class, let's review. Change is the enemy of perfection. The stakes for protecting your interests and assets are very real and can be quite significant. Initial filings are only the first step. A whole range of variables that we talked about can and will impact how well your interests are protected over time. What are they? Remember, UCC filings that initially establish your interests will expire. Debtor names and locations can change. Simple errors in spelling can void your perfection, and borrowers, oh yeah, borrowers can terminate liens or take on additional debt. Any of these can increase your risk. Talked about protecting your interests might seem like an overwhelming task. After all, lenders often have thousands of outstanding loans and leases, and keeping track of and updating them can be a significant drain on time as well as resources. As a result, once filed, many UCCs simply go unattended, raising risk that they'll become imperfect. But there's a better way. It's called a partnership. A sophisticated lien solutions firm with a comprehensive UCC management solution can give you confidence that your portfolio's health is being managed by experts, handle high volumes of liens, improve internal productivity and free your people to focus on growth activities, and reduce risk of losing perfection. Remember, you don't have to go it alone. You can focus on your core competencies and bring on a partner. Well, we've talked about a lot today. In conclusion, lien managers need to harness the power of change to achieve 360-degree lien management for 100% confidence. This includes monitoring, so you can know sooner and act faster to protect your investment. Automation that reduces oversight, lapses, and errors that can increase your risk. Auto-continuation, the simple yet powerful fix for lapse filings. Lien analytics that help you see and understand issues impacting your lien operation, as well as how to address them. And let's remember Portfolio Sync that ensures you have a truly comprehensive view of every lien. All these elements work together in one real-time, holistic, and highly proactive lien solution. Lien Solutions has been delivering peace of mind to lien managers for decades, and will continue to do that by delivering new solutions and better, more proactive ways to manage lien portfolios into the future. What can automation, digitization, and technology be doing for your lien operation? Contact WK Lien Solutions to learn more. Thank you, and this is Jeanne signing off.